welcome back. This is Chef Koinange live with the poolside of the Intercontinental. If you're just joining us right now, it's one of those oh my, what my moments. Because when the man with the same name twice, Miguna Miguna, shows up, and then coupled by former Deputy Speaker Farah Maalim, you know it's gonna be explosive. And the tweets are coming in thick and fast. Let me just read a couple. Gentlemen, John Githanga, he says, Farah Maalim is talking a lot of sense. I think he's quite objective on the referendum issue. Pete Obala says, Miguna seems obsessed with Raila. If Raila was to disappear from the face of the earth, will we hear of Miguna again? Prince Abala says, ask Miguna how he feels about leadership in Nyanza region, Migori tragedy. Is it a dialogue agenda that he wants to have? Miguna, you first.
Jeff, just like I was mentioning during the break, I want to give the country some figures, which I think will make them sit up and listen. The latest Synovate poll that was released on September 19th, these are the figures. A change in households' economic condition in the last 3 months. Which regions did worst in the last 3 months? Nyanza is leading, number one, at 69%, worst. Followed by Western region, 67%. Coast, 63%. Eastern, 49%. And of course,
Northeastern is above all.
No.
Western Nyanza.
Northeastern was not above. You should read
it's not even
no,
there.
Just listen.
Okay.
You should go to the Synovate poll.
Yes.
And fight with them over their figures.
Yes.
Then when they ask about the most improved in the last 3 months.
County or region.
Regions,
yes.
Central 31%, most improved. Rift Valley 28%. Eastern 23%. Nairobi 21%, Western 19%, Northeastern 15%, Nyanza 11%. When they asked the highest poverty rate, Nyanza was leading. When they asked the worst in the standard of living, Nyanza was leading. The highest death rate among adults, Nyanza is leading.
Come on, Miguna.
Just listen. The highest infant mortality rate, Nyanza is leading. The highest number of weekend funeral activity, Nyanza is leading. Now, when you go to the next stage, percentage of those who go to sleep hungry. Number one, Nyanza at 49%. Number two, Western at 43%. Number three, Coast at 41%. Number four, Northeastern at 39%. Central, of course, has the least number of people at 13%, those who go hungry.
Okay,
then they ask, this is the final one. No, just wait. The final one is, in terms of CORD versus Jubilee supporters, those who go hungry, go to bed hungry. CORD 42%, Jubilee 21%. Essentially what I'm saying is it definitely epitomizes this sorry condition of Nyanza. And many Nyanza people have said, this is Luo Nyanza, enough. Yes, we have suffered marginalization politically, but no, in the last 20 years, we have spent all our energies following a mirage, following Raila through his contortions and gymnastics, political confusion, and all it has brought us is misery. Let us debate with him. How much money would it take to build a university, for example, in South Nyanza, the former South Nyanza, in Homa Bay or Migori, that would attract, say, for example, 300,000 workers or employees that would spin off into 1 million people earning a decent wage?
Why haven't people decided on that, Miguna? Don't you blame the people for electing the leaders they deserve?
No, but do you leave the people in their, say, even if it was ignorance, even if it was psychophancy, because some of it is that, do you sit by and say, well, they are suffering, I'm going to just watch? It is a terrible state, because right now, as we speak, in Kisumu right now, a lot of businesses are running into Uganda. Kenyans who can invest in Kisumu cannot go into Kisumu because of instability, because their properties will be burnt.
Let's get some equal time.
Meanwhile, the Odinga family is taking over all over Kisumu and many areas of Nyanza.
No. He can't defend himself.
Because
he's not here. He's not here, Miguna.
He's every day on TV. He's in the newspaper every day. I've not been there. He talks about Jubilee. He talks about the president.
He doesn't talk about you.
He doesn't have to talk about me because I'm not a public figure. He is. He's the leader of CORD, and he's the former prime minister, and he's the leader, the foremost leader in Nyanza.
Okay, let's get.
So we have to put the challenge.
Okay,
I have a referendum question for him.
You do?
Yes.
What is that?
Should Nyanza people continue to be dominated by the Odinga Caliphate? Yes or no? If he brings the referendum question on the national issues, I'm going to bring this in Nyanza.
Mheshimiwa.
Jeff, and it's a pity our discussion right now is degenerating into basically issues that I wanted us to really discuss the state of the nation today. If you look at these very interesting figures that are brought by Miguna, and I agree with him, those figures are there and they're right. The poorest counties, regions in the country are Nyanza, Western,
Coast,
Northeastern. These are regions that never produced a president. And Eastern, followed by Eastern. Look at it. For 52 years, the center in this country was controlled either by somebody from central Kenya or from Rift Valley.
Okay, that's not news.
And those are the two. And those are the two regions that have done best, and better than any other region. The constitution was designed to correct those imbalances. You don't expect me to go and take development to Northeastern province. Development comes from the center. It comes from the center. If you allocate from the center, from the treasury, all the money for development in these other areas, they're bound to do better than the areas where we did not get allocations.
Get to your point, Mheshimiwa.
So my point is,
stones at the president.
My point is, no. I have never agreed or supported that, and I've told you, it's sickening. It disgusts anybody, and it disgusted me very much.
We'll talk about what happened in Migori.
Well, what happened in Migori was bad, and really bad, and I don't accept that. I don't want that to happen to any leader in this country. But let me tell you one thing. It is the responsibility of the government to spur development in every corner of this country and to become the agent, the main agent, to stimulate development in those
What
areas.
happens to the governors? They are the chief executives.
The governors have been in office only for 2 years, or less than 2 years, 1.5 years. That's why we want the same development statistics that's there for the regions that have had the control at the center here, to have there also the control of the resources that are going to be devolved to those areas. When the governors do a bad job, put them in prison. Put them in prison. That's why the law is there. That's why the CID Directorate and everybody and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that's why they're in office. That's why
no governor has been.
Who is failing to do that? Am I the one who's supposed to do that? Or is it CORD or
prosecutor?
The government of the day is the one which is supposed to do that.
Gentlemen, can we switch gears?
But we need to have resources.
Before we switch gears.
Just a moment. We need to have resources in that periphery.
So you want more? You want more pesa mashinani?
I want more money for mashinani so we can use it and we can improve the lives of all Kenyans.
And as a people, as a Kenyan,
and even the ones in Central Province and Rift Valley, I want their lives to improve much better than it is.
And it's not pesa mashimoni?
No. Pesa mashimoni is in Nairobi here. Pesa mashimoni is the money at the center, my friend.
but Jeff, we have to be.
That is where the den of corruption. That's where all these problems are happening.
In Nairobi.
In Nairobi, when you take the money to the periphery, you have in every county not less than 400,000 people who are looking at it. Look at the magic that was performed by the CDF. A small amount of money, 2.5%. And many parts of this country never saw development except through the CDF. Imagine that being increased 20 times, 30 times, 40 times.
That's happening. It's happening.
That's what we want.
Stick to 42%.
Jeff.
No, we 40%, in my opinion. Well, we can even negotiate a little bit lower than that, less than that, 35, 40%, or 45%. But it has to be structured, institutional, constitutional money that goes there.
Okay.
Not for the center
Jeff,
to decide what to increase and what not to increase.
Go on.
You see, these figures, this research was done in the last 3 months. These governors were there. And these governors and the counties were given money Why is Nyanza pulling the tail? I mean, even if they can argue that they don't have enough money, so why isn't Nyanza in the last 3 months number one with the money that they got? So it's not like Central was given more money than Nyanza in the last 3 months. Because let's deal with facts.
But,
No, because I want to deal with facts.
Yes, but let me ask you
Why is there more infant mortality
in Nyanza?
Is it because, why is Nyanza leading Northeastern? For example, Nyanza has more schools, Nyanza has more and better roads, Nyanza has more health facilities, so Nyanza has more rain, more arable land. So why is it that Nyanza is doing worse than even Northeastern?
But critics would say
it is
Miguna.
because, no, we have to forget about critics. We deal with facts.
Let me ask you this.
No, I want to deal with facts.
But Miguna,
Number two, let me go to number two.
What are you doing about
Let
it?
me go. What I'm doing is exactly what I'm doing right
Which
here on
is
the bench.
what?
Which is here.
Making noise,
calling,
and then you get on a plane and go to Canada. Some people would say that, Miguna.
Let me ask you, Jeff. Why are you holding the bench? Why are you working for KTN? Is it just noise? Is this what you do? Is the press just noise? Because if it is, then we could say, then press freedom means nothing. Talking means nothing. Why did Raila Odinga call Arambe at Uhuru Park when he came back? Because it is just speech. So why was it so important that they spent millions to do that? Why do they want a referendum which is just one day, people vote, and it is just noise in between? Why do they spend billions to do that? You see, if you start talking like that, then you say ideas mean nothing. That the ideas that I'm trying to impart here,
what was done differently in this
no, let me finish. Means are valueless.
But
let me finish.
How are you implementing your ideas, Miguna? That's what I want to know.
This is part of implementation. What is he doing? He's doing exactly what I'm doing. We are agitating for change. That is work. I go to court to argue on behalf of clients, and I just talk. I prepare my submissions, and I go and argue in court. That is work. I get paid very good money for that. So unless you are saying intellectual contributions mean nothing, I have to go and dig the road, then I'm working. So intellectual contributions mean nothing. But when in Nyanza, we spend our entire waking day either attending funerals or abusing the president or the party on the other side, just because Raila is not in government. You know, it is amazing. Anytime Raila is in government, Luos are supporting the government. Then we are in government. Anytime Raila belongs to a party which is not in government, all Luos are in the opposition. They are attacking the government. You can't develop like that. It should not matter.
I don't see Kidero attacking the government.
Well, he will, because even right now he's with Raila in Germany. He's going like this. Kidero is a flag. You know, Kidero, you can't rely on him.
Did you just call Kidero what?
He's a flag. Yeah, I don't take him seriously. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
He wants to be president.
And he has done nothing in Nairobi anyway.
He wants to be president one day.
He will not be president. You don't become president by being a flag. If that was the way to be president, Kalonzo would be president. Now, on Migori, I needed to see a clear, categorical, unequivocal condemnation of what happened, the shameful act in Migori from Raila, first of all. Because everybody who did that on his behalf. They were shouting ODM, ODM, ODM.
And Yang Nyong,
that
Secretary
message,
General of ODM, was quick to condemn that act.
Listen.
And
apologize.
No, listen to me. What is Anyang Nyong? He was beaten up in Kisumu himself.
I am condemning it.
No. Nobody listens to Anyang Nyong in ODM.
Okay, Farah Maalim condemned it?
No, if you want action in ODM, you want people to comply, it must be done by Raila. If Raila doesn't do it, then it means he's condoning it. The moment Raila pulls his troops, you know, Raila is fond of saying, when Mungatana was arguing with him, he say, I will go to the owner of the dog. When you see a dog barking, don't go to the dog. Go to the owner. So when I see the demonstration in Migori, I ask, who is the owner?
Who is the owner?
Raila owns the dogs that were barking.
On that note, I like the way you say Raila. You know, it rolls off your tongue.
That's how Luo speak.
Raila.
Raila is not Raila.
Well, he's not here to defend himself, so these are Miguna's thoughts, folks. My goodness, it's getting warm out here. Can we talk about something else other
Let's
than
talk
Raila?
about something else.
Let's talk about something else other than Raila. Let's talk about issues.
Good. Let's do that
No,
when we
Raila
come
is
back.
an issue.
No.
Gentlemen, when we come back, anything. ICC, should the president go or not?
No, but you know,
Can we
Jeff,
touch a little bit?
Kenyans,
Can we touch a little bit?
no, but we can't
Are we
be
still
cowardice.
Yeah, we are on there.
Oh, okay.
No, but Jeff,
If you
No,
ask
we're
me,
going off here right now.
Jeff,
Miguna,
individuals are issues.
Miguna.
I can talk about Obama and that's an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come, baby, come.
Yeah.
That's an issue. Oh my! Wow! Is that? Did you just say that the bench is a lot of noise? Is that what you said?
Yeah, a lot of noise. And that also is work.
and he gets paid to do exactly the same.
Yes.
We'll be back in a moment.
Noise is work. People are paid to make noise.
Yes.